How's it going, everyone? I'm back with another video. Today is going to be a big one, guys. There's a lot to just take in. I've been holding on this video for a while because all the information that I'm processing as well as what's coming through is just a ton of information. And a lot of people are realizing it now. The thing is that we're going to be talking about is Sweet Baby Inc. About why they pretty much expose themselves to the internet and everyone realizing all the real gamers, not these fake gamers, these activists, let's say, these real gamers found out about them because they started attacking the Steam group page, the client, where it pretty much tells you if Sweet Baby Inc. touched the game, it's pretty much recommending to not get the game, or if you, just to be aware that Sweet Baby Inc. name is tied to this game. That's all it does. It's not breaking any TOS. It's not doing anything wrong. But Sweet Baby attacked this group because they got offended. They didn't like what was going on. So I've been talking about Sweet Baby Inc. for a while now. You can check out my last video. I did talk about that, as well as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, how much people are loving the game, but also the censorship that comes with Square Enix with Final Fantasy. So check that out, as well as, I talked about Sweet Baby Inc. and that. But today we're going to try to expand on what I said in my last video. This might be a long one, guys. Keep you informed of what is going on here, because this one is going to be a big one, and I think this might start a Gamergate 2.0, and some sort of people have been saying that. This is a huge cultural shift in any media, if you think about it, but this is almost feeling like a Bud Light situation, pushback. It's huge, and I'm surprised not a lot of media platforms are talking about it. There are some here and there, but I feel like people are kind of trying to be safe and don't want to really talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because I'm passionate, I'm a fan, I'm a gamer. I've been gaming since I was 5 years old. I've been playing games for as long as I lived. So it's a passion of mine. And what I've seen, how the video game industry has become, is sickening to me.
Disgusting.
Even though the greed, the control, but also the manipulation, and now the attacking of gamers. Gamers are getting attacked now. Gamers are waking up to what is going on, and they're saying, no, we're not going to be doing this no more. We're not going to be supporting these companies that have this consultant firms now. There's more of them. We'll be talking about as well in here, more of these consultant firms. We're not going to be doing this because we don't want these diversity, equity, inclusive, DEI, ESG, political beliefs in our games, because we're sick and tired of them. And people are now going to realize it. All the normies as well are going to realize it. And it's just a matter of time. This is not going to end, guys. This is going to be an onward thing. It's not going to... People said, oh, it's going to last for only a week maybe or less. It's almost a week now, and it's still trending. People are still talking about it. It's a big issue that's going on now. And it's crazy. All these journalists are not really wanting to talk about it. They're scared of what is going to happen. So before we start with all this info, there's going to be a lot of things to talk about today. I would love it, guys, if you can like, share, sub, follow, all the things on here. I'm trying to increase this community each day, and I'd really appreciate if you could do that. It really would help. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Enough of me talking. I'm going to be showing you some things I found on the internet, showing who is Sweet Baby Inc., why did they expose themselves to the internet, and what are these firms, these consultative firms, what do they actually do, and why are people round up about this? You don't want politics in your games? Well, You forced it now on us. These firms have forced it now to the gamers to realize what is going on. So let's just get into it and let's talk about it. All right, so let's just start with Sweet Baby Inc. itself. I'm on their site, which right now, as I'm recording this video, this site is completely down. So I'm afraid to click on anything, but I'm on their main page. This is public knowledge. Let me just get that straight. It's public knowledge. All of this that I've found and people have found on the internet is public. So you can search this for yourself. This is not disinformation at all. With these round things going on. This is with the baby logo. It's absolutely disgusting. I've been talking about in my other videos. If you haven't seen my other videos, I do talk about them a lot here and there. You're asking yourself, why does my game suck? Why are they pushing these political ideologies? Why are they showing this and that? Why is my character race swapped when in the last game, you know, they were just a white person, now they're black? You change it so it's more representing this small community here. So in a big whole, they're changing history, they're changing stories, they're changing characters, they're changing everything, the writing, everything to benefit these firms, these consultant firms. They come in and they change it. They help the game that's being made. But let's just read about it. Let's see. About us, Sweet Baby Inc. Founded in 2018, Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative development and consultation studio based in Montreal and working around the globe. Our mission is to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying and enriching the video game industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive for everyone. Did you see all these words that they're posting? Diversity, there's the D. Let's see, engaging or enriching or empathy, inclusive. So there's your DEI right there in front of you. You guys don't know. And this baby's really weird. Look at this baby go. When I move my cursor, it's following you. It's like, why are you here? What are you looking at, huh? I want to know what you're looking at, huh? Like, it's creepy. And here's your services. This is what they do. We believe you need diverse voices to solve diverse problems. Sweet Baby Inc. provides narrative consultation at any stage of development, boosting a talented team with vetted industry experience. Best bring your story to life. They do the writing, narrative, representation, and development. That's a lot of things they do in games, you know, to change it up. There's a lot there. This site has a lot of traction right now, and it's probably down right now because they're changing it or doing something. So there we go. Here are the games, what they worked on. Well, Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2. We worked on character arc, voice, and sensitive reading. Okay. What is the meaning of sensitive reading? Let's just find out and see. So sensitive reading is a service used to improve literary quality of work, reading for offensive content, misrepresentation, stereotypes, bias, lack of understanding, etc. It's a service used for strengthening a story's authenticity and representation. There we go. That's all you need. So this is what they do. It's something, they look for little things in the game. They look at the story and everything, and they say, why is this character not black? Why is this character not gay? Why is this? Why is this that? They look into it and they change it. So the company's like, okay, so we gotta go in there and change it now because these consultants said so. Because we can't, we can't do anything else. We're working on the game and we have to do this because these people told us to do so. This is what's going on. So there's more of these. These stable. We worked on writing and character voices. Look, Spider-Man 2. We worked on story consultation. Oh, that game was absolute ass in the story department. I liked Spider-Man 2018 or the first Spider-Man a bit more. I just heard bad things about Spider-Man 2. I never played it, but it seemed not really interested. I'm not really interested in it. As well as God of War Ragnarok. What did they do? We worked on narrative and character consultation with a focus on representation. Yeah, with the little the black girl god, what's her name? I forgot what her name is. But they used her when this whole thing is a Nordic god story. It's all like Nordic gods. You would think they'd be all white. I'm just saying, it's all white. Can't be whiter than that, And the baby's still watching me. Show me more. It's still looking at me. Here's some clients. Here's a bunch of company. Xbox, Game Studios, EA, Valve. We'll be back with Valve later. We have a bunch of these studios. Santa Monica, 2K, Ubisoft, Square Enix, Warner Bros., Rocksteady with the new Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. There you go. And it goes on and on and on and on. They worked on a lot of these. Remedy. There you go. Alan Wake 2. These all are working with this consultation firm. And I think that's much as we need to know about. What I said about the journalists reporting on this. So we got bonding into comics with Sweet Baby Inc. staff throw tantrum after Steam curator list created to track warn players against their work. So when this started, not a lot of people were reporting this. A bunch of content creators like me are reporting this as this moment, and more of them coming out and saying what's up. Some people are more safer. They don't want to touch this. But the thing is, it's going to be somewhere in your videos. Someone's going to bring it up in your live stream or something's going to happen. You can't stop this. This is a big topic and this is getting bigger and bigger. People are going to have to use their voices and people are going to have to talk about this. It's really weird that people are trying to keep it safe and friendly and clean, but you need to talk about this. This is a big issue right now. This is going to be massive. This is going to the media. This is going to be big. So you need to talk about this. That's why bonding into comics, like Niche Gamer, Know Your Meme. These were like the 3 places I saw that were reporting this, like bigger journalist companies, None of these other companies like IGN, Polygon, Kotaku. Well, I'm going to be talking Kotaku later because they just posted something yesterday. They just wrote an article, but none of these are coming out. Jeff Keighley, the Game Awards. None of these people are coming forward and bringing this up. So the question is, why? Why is this happening? Why are they not bringing this company up? This firm? I'm putting on my tinfoil hat right now. These companies are in bed together. They all are tied together. You're going to tie out all these, or that little, board up. You pull the strings together and pull it all together, and it all comes out to one area. It comes, like I said, follow the money. All of it will all make sense. You put all these mini little things together and you find out the big picture, and it all ties into one little area. And the area of it all leads to these Black Rocks and these Vanguard companies, these corporations, where they're trying to get their ESG score up and they're trying to bend the knee to these companies so they get a loan, a money loan, so they can have these companies still, prosper and do what they need to do. But they have to have a box, fill out all these check marks, what they need to put into their games. This is not new. This isn't the full entertainment media right now. But right now, we're just focusing on this firm for video games. None of these journalists are reporting on it. These legacy journalists, these companies, GameSpot, IGN, Polygon, Kotaku, I don't know. There's so much. PC Gamer. None of these, they don't want to really talk about it because they don't understand or they're not supposed to talk about it. They just want it to go away like it never happened. But it all happened because of this. Sweet Baby Ink Detected. This Brazilian guy, Cabudas, I hope I said it right. I might have butchered it, sorry. He's just a normal fan of games. He's been gaming for a while, and he's a gamer just like me and you. And he's like seen all this, going around for years now. And he just had it. He's just like, I've seen, a Denuvo. There's like a DRM kind of a Steam client community. There's one for censorship. And he's like, I'm going to make one called Sweet Baby Ink Detected, which is just showing what games provided by Sweet Baby Ink, what they touched. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That is A-okay. I think this all started because Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. I think something with that, because that game resonated with a lot of people. People love the Arkham series, and it's like a follow-up to the Arkham series, and it was like the most disappointing game of all time. One of the most disappointing games of all time. So right now, as I'm looking at, there's 111,228 people following this client. So if I refresh, how much is there going to be? Okay, so it went up a little bit. Oh, okay. It's 211,777. Let's get all those sevens. Let's go. Okay. You can see all the games that are not recommended. There's little things about why it's not recommended for each. This is all info. This is all in the wild. This is on the internet. You can find this yourself. People are just reporting on it and they're putting it on here. Well, this community was under attack by Sweet Baby Ink. Some of the employees wanted to troll and wanted to ban these people for having this client on here and do not like it. So they tried to start a group, Sweet Baby Ink, on Twitter, I think, to ban them. So people laughed at them and they're like, no, we're going to be following this client page, this Steam group page, and you guys can do nothing about it because you guys are phony. You guys are threatening him and bullying him and all that. They were breaking TOS and they're doing things that they're not supposed to do. They're attacking, as a group, a person. You cannot do that on Twitter. That's TOS. You cannot attack someone for doing that as a group anyways. There's a lot of things they're breaking the rules of. And now they're talking with Valve. As we saw with Sweet Baby Ink, we were talking about, you saw that on the list, Valve's there. So I think they can't delete this page. Valve cannot go in there and delete this page. I think it's fine as is, but you never know because Valve was on the list. So what can this guy do? Cabrutus started his own website. Just in case if this goes down, all his followers will go to his website. He's still building his website, but it's not just going to be Sweet Baby Ink that's detected. It's going to be called DEI Detected. So he's going to detect all these company firms, these consultation firms that have diversity, equity, inclusion, ESG in them. And he's going to put it on his own site. Shout out to him for what he's doing. He's doing the wonderful job. He's just a fan, a real gamer, not these fake activist gamers.
How dare you?
They just care about the story. They don't even care about gameplay. They just care about the story, the character, how diverse it is, all this. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. So he's doing what everyone has been saying for a while. He just said, I'm just had it and I want to do this because I'm a real gamer. I'm passionate like everyone else is. And look it's increasing. It just increased again, 211,831. It's increasing. In a week, this increased so much that it's getting controversial now. The point where this is getting huge. And he didn't even know about how huge this is going to be. He didn't understand the precautions of what he started. But it's so awesome. Definitely follow him on Twitter, Cabrutus on Twitter, this Brazilian guy. He's very good, very, very talented person, and he actually speaks pretty fluent English. So definitely shout out to him. He did a wonderful job. He's making a site. Here it is. DEIdetective.com. I'm just getting started. All right. So now for all the normies that are saying, what is this? I don't know what these firms are. I don't know what this ESG is. I don't know the DEI. I don't know what's going on here. Well, just like the Act Man, which he's a shill. He has a little beef with Az. I'll be talking about, Az heels versus babyface. I don't really want to go into the drama so much, but Az had a wonderful point during his rant in September with the Starfield incident. He said it was boring. It has too much of these identity politics in it. I don't want this in my games and all that because of the pronoun situation. He wasn't wrong.
You're boring. You're fucking dull. You have nothing to say.
It was boring and people understand. And Act-Man, he attacked him a while back because of that, And he just recently noticed about Sweet Baby Inc. Now it's okay to talk about it, So he said, so I started looking into the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff, and I cannot fathom why game studios would hire a narrative consulting group. Isn't that what lead writers are for? Why not just hire a better writing team and keep it in-house? And then Private Tom says, this is for all of you normies out there that never heard of this, which you probably should. Good research, should do your homework. Not just consume and don't ask questions, just consume.
Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product.
It's ESG. Basically, companies like BlackRock and Vanguard, who have $50 trillion in hand, give ratings to each company to extents based on environmental, social, governmental factors. That's where the ESG comes from. Put a lot of DEI, or as the kids say, woke, which is basically just label of
the fuck is this piece of
stuff in your games. You could get a good rating with good loan conditions. Don't have a good rating, you either get a loan with terrible interest rates or no loan at all. Many people or companies with little capital find no choice but to comply. Otherwise, they won't get the funds they need for their project. Sweet Baby Inc. is used as a consulting firm to help boost and make visible the S, or social, in ESG in developers' games by patting the game and its narrative in woke elements. The company will get a better ESG score, thereby getting better access to capital. It's social engineering done by the worst people in the Western Hemisphere, the fat cat trillionaire class. This is why backlash towards so-called wokeism is potent. We don't want our media stained by the 1% social political beliefs. There you go. BlackRock CEO slammed for forced behavior comment after 27 interview, re-emerging about DEI incentives. I'm going to play that video for you guys here.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. Don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team. You're going to be impacted, and that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time, but I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seeing more opportunities, and we're going to have to force change.
Yeah, so that is what's going on. And then he says, so they consult this firm to basically get better social credit scores with the hope of getting more investors. I think I just swallowed my own vomit. Welcome to the party. Wow. You play games and you didn't see this coming? He's probably one of those people that wanted pronouns and then he's like, oh no, I want pronouns. He's like a drifter. He's going to drift here and there. He's going to be, just a shill. After what he did to Az and all that, he's just a phony. I don't want to get too into the drama, but Kotaku came up with this article. Do not click on this article. Do not give them the links. Do not give them the clicks they need. They don't need this right now. They said Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. I read a little bit of it before. It's a bunch of BS, a bunch of just copy and paste of what Sweet Baby Inc. thinks. But they just say, this doesn't do that. This doesn't do that. Trust me, it doesn't. I love this actually thumbnail. It's pretty good. This is the thing I was talking about, the board with the lines. It's kind of funny they used it. This is like a conspiracy almost going on. So I said, Sweet Baby Inc. had a word with you. So you did their bidding. Or you're really that dumb. Then let your company fail. This company, Kotaku, has been failing for a while now. Gamers are not clicking on these. They don't care. These companies, IGN, they're just commercials. They don't represent the gamers. They don't represent what people want. They just represent this small bubble that no one cares about. Everyone laughs at these companies because they're bought. They don't have no critical thinking. They don't have common sense. They don't report what they need to report on. They just take a side and they just go with it. That's it. That's not how journalism is. So that's why I've been saying journalism is dead. And the content creator is now the new person taking all this info and putting it through, video for everyone to see. This is what's going on. Journalism is dead, and the independent content creator has taken it over pretty much. So we got Games Notch. So I'm going to show you this video right here, guys. This has been, trending, this video too. So this is the co-founder of Sweet Baby and Kim Belair proudly explains the method she uses to force bosses at game studios to censor, alter, diversify game projects. She feels problematic, terrified them, aka threatened them with the anger of the cancel culture mob. And you guys think for yourselves. This was a CDC developer conference in 2019. Keep it in mind, 2019. Sweet Baby Inc. was created in 2018. That BlackRock thing, that talk where they say you must force change, all that. You must force thinking. That was in 2017. So it's all adding up to this moment. It's all adding up. This is in 2019. Listen to this.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
Whoa. Did you hear that, guys? Terrify them. If you don't, then just imagine what threats you're going to get from these firms. Terrify them to the point, force them to get what you want. That's what I hear. So she has a lot of things, this CEO of Sweet Baby, Kim Belair. There's other things of her reported, a lot of things she said, bad things she said, archived on Twitter and a lot of conferences. It's all about me, very egotistical, very I know better than you. She was like, but we need to force it. I want you to think how I think and put it in the game. Let's do that. Not what the creator of the game wanted it to be, but what I want it to be. That's insane. This is insane, guys. This is crazy. And then I said, so blackmail. Gotcha. This is what these mobs do, threatening you to comply. But it's not working because the narrative is breaking and people are waking up to the BS. BlackRock and Vanguard are same energy. It all makes sense. Just follow the money. It just keeps going and going. Every day I found more info, more things coming up, more people are reporting on it. But it's not these big media companies. It's just people like me and you. People that work, average jobs or just realize it or just doing their homework and researching into it. And then the normies are seeing this now. Like us, content creators, we're putting it out there for you guys to understand a bit better what's going on. It's blowing my mind. I haven't been this excited, this happy that gamers, people that love and are passionate about this creativity, truth of what they're loving, the passion, the art itself are coming together. This is no console wars. This is no which game is better than this game and which console is better than this. It feels like it's like an awakening. Like people are just coming together and realizing something is going on. These games don't feel like what I remember. They don't feel really fun. They don't have that imagination, that spark, that creativity. It feels very forced and pushed and not fun. These games are not fun. The gameplay is trash most of the time. Some of these games. And a lot of people, that is why a lot of people are going to Eastern developed studios. Because like I said in my last video, they're throwing away a lot of the ESG stuff. There is some localization problem and censorship, but there's nothing to be forced down your throat like what the West has. People are going to the Japanese, the Koreans. People are going to look for more stuff from that area of the world now. They don't care about the West stuff anymore. The entertainment in the West is dying, and then the East is prospering right now because of this. And then you wonder, why are people getting laid off? Why are people losing their jobs? Why is the video game industry failing? This might be the reason why it's failing, as well as prices going up for everything, the inflation. Yes, that's also a possibility of that, but I think it's more than that. I think it's maybe because people are realizing what you're putting out is shit, and people are looking at each little detail now just to find out that you are forcing a political agenda on me through a video game. Video game is the future for entertainment. It's the biggest entertainment right now at this moment. Kids or adults are all playing video games. You put this into a video game for kids, telling you what to do. This will change how they think, how they look at things. This is more of a precaution of what's going to happen if we don't do something about it. This is historical. And people are saying, well, I don't see the big deal about it. You don't see the big deal about it. You need to wake up, smell the roses, touch some grass, open your eyes to it. It's in everything. It's poisoning everything. Let's continue. Does this article mention anything about Sweet Baby Inc. CEO being a full-blown racist? True. Because I have a feeling this article doesn't mention it. And then she replies, hi, you can't be racist against white people. Thanks for tuning in. There's some context. There's some notes. Twitter noted it. Get owned. Get owned.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
God, she and her. There you go. Inner editor of Kotaku. I'm getting bullied. Well, do your research. Your article was trash because it doesn't have the questions people are wanting. You're just copy and pasting from Sweet Baby Inc.'s, website almost. It's not intuitive. It's not understanding. It's very I'm picking out things that I think could be really good, but that's not journalism. That's not journalism. You're not doing your job well. And that's why you're getting ratioed. People are not liking it. There you go. PC Gamer and Kotaku. They're on the side of Sweet Baby Inc. They're against you, pretty much, for that. This will be the first Horizon Forbidden West mod. Someone did AI and changed her face up. This one on the right looks so much better. Dude, if I get this game, I'm doing this mod. I don't care what anyone says. I'd rather play the game with this mod on. This looks so much better. Even Horizon Zero Dawn, her face looked better in that than in this. This looks like ass. The AI changed it. Look at the Fable 4 main character here. It just looks better. Like, all these look better. Look at it. Mortal Kombat. There's Mary Jane. Oh, it's pretty decent. It's better than what it was. It's a bit decent. It still needs work. I think this one. Particularly this one, I think needs a lot of work. It's better, I guess. Learning the law. Even he said. Sheva, for instance, fills the meaning of diversity and beauty without a single intimidatory organization or activist. Just good people making unique ideas. Yeah, remember sexy Sheva Alomar thing? I hope they keep her sexiness and her badassery in Resident Evil 5 remake when they do it. This character was so sick. I remember playing this for the first time and saying, this might be one of the most badass, cool female characters I've ever seen in a video game. Besides, of course, Lara Croft, obviously. But this character was a bombshell. She was hot and she was actually cool looking and badass. People still to this day love Sheva Alomar from Resident Evil 5. With Chris Redfield with those buff guns he has, damn, this game was crazy. And it wasn't racist at all, like what they said back in the day. Those articles were dumb. No racism at all. No sexism, nothing like that. They made their own story and they tried to make it like it's a big deal when it wasn't. It wasn't. Only you knew how deep the rabbit hole goes. So here we go, guys. Here's a list of Sweet Baby Inc. Esquire consultation companies propagandize games. Consultation groups. Here we go. So I'll just read it down for you guys. So we got Sweet Baby Inc. Obviously, we've been talking about them a lot. We have Black Girl Gamers. I knew about this one. I've heard about this one. This is the company that did the Forspoken as well. They were also in that trash fire of a game. The name is stupid. There's a lot of stupid names in here. Hit Detection, Balance Patch, Silver String Media, Stone Mauler Games, Gamer X with a Y. What do you think Gamer X is? I don't even need to give you an idea. You probably know what it is. All right, another one. James Mendez Hoods, Dragon Baby. Ew, sounds another bad one. Anita Sarkeesian. Wow. From Feminist Frequency. Another company that went away. She was doing like the Gamergate and all that stuff too. Anita Sarkeesian is another kind of person that will destroy you if you don't bend the knee. Do the things that she tells you to do, or she said she'll help you do. You don't want anything bad to happen. You know, like with CD Projekt Red, where she tried to threaten pretty much them. I can help you, CD Projekt Red. And now the Polish company, CD Projekt Red, there's a full video where they talk about how we're going to do diverse people, this and that. Pretty much, they got DEI'd. So, rip to CD Projekt Red as well. That company. I feel bad for them because they made so many good games, like the Witcher series and Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's pretty good too. You see, Cyberpunk has diverse characters, but it makes sense in that world. In The Witcher, it really doesn't, if you think about it. Witcher is in Poland. You know, it's Eastern European stories. That's part of that area of the world. Like, you're going to mostly see white people. I'm just saying. So yeah, she did that, and she did many. She's still hurting people, even though annoying and corrupt in that way because forcing people. Weird Ghost, Infinite Ammo Inc., Gamma Space, and Cozy Comet Games. The rot goes much deeper than we realize. So these are all the companies. Botus is going to be doing the DEI stuff on his website, detecting all these companies and more. So he's going to be working on that. This is how insane this is. Companies are getting laid off, I feel like, recently, but they're just getting more exposed to the normies, exposed to all these gamers that understand what is going on. It's happening in real time. Each day there is something going on, and it's just getting more bigger and bigger by the moment. There's Gamer X. Oh, and look what they have here in Gamer X. Gamer X provided LGBT consulting on Dead by Daylight behavior and Highness-tic, which is, I think, Pokemon Go. Not good. And Voltation, which is a company that just died recently. They made the reboot for Saints Row. So this is another company that has their ideologies in their own IDs of what they want to see in their game, which is more gay representation. This company does that. You know, because of this, I'm going to do this right now, guys. So right now, I've said I've played 98 hours and 32 minutes, which isn't too bad for this game. I did play a little bit. It's not extreme by any chance for, you know, me as playing a lot of games. I diverse myself, play different kinds of games, different categories. But I did play a pretty decent amount of this. But you know what? Right now, what I'm going to do is, right this very moment, I'm going to uninstall it. You want to uninstall this game? Uninstall. There you go. I just uninstalled it pretty much live on this recording. This is right now on this recording. I just uninstalled Dead by Daylight. There you go. I'm not going to support that company no more. No, thank you. The game is trash anyways. It has a lot of issues, and I do not want that play that game no more. You know, I still play, you know, Fortnite or Rocket League, even Battlefront. I enjoy Battlefront too. You know, I like the company who made it, DICE. They made a really good job. You know, after a while, you know, the game sucked in the beginning, but now it's really, really fun. I still enjoy it, you know. Well, I do not support EA, but I do support DICE for that, you know. And that game's pretty much gone too, but I still love to play it, you know, or like Civilizations, but that also is 2K. So it's really hard to pick what games you want to support and not, because you don't know if Sweet Baby or any of these other consultant firms that we just saw infiltrate these games, because a lot of people don't want to play these games, and that's it. So bye-bye Dead by Daylight. Right in front of you. Right in front of you. I just installed a game. I'm not playing that game ever again. Just like that. Just like that. This is not about entertainment anymore. Video games are currently the #1 tool for corporations, ESG, and governments to influence culture. The real subversion for the upcoming generation is here. Everyone has to be rewritten, censored, erased, and built up with propaganda. South Midnight. Look what they said here. Many video games are a product of its time. They were created in. As we look to recreate and remaster those stories for modern audiences.
For a modern gaming audience. For a modern gaming audience.
It's important to consider the implications of these harmful portrayals and do our part to rewrite new history, not repeat it. Ugh. This is an indication they want to change how you think. They need to force it. And this is how it is. and it's repeating. It's actually a repost. We apologize to peers of Crystal Dynamics for their reflection and corrections. You know the video I had before about Tomb Raider, the disclaimer they had that they not want this in older games. They need to change it, but they didn't want to change it because it's Inspire Me and not Crystal Dynamics. Well, they pretty much said, this was good, you put this disclaimer there. We need to put more of this kind of things in there because we do not promote this kind of idea no more. We need to change how we think. Oh my gosh, this is upsetting. This hurts my head and it makes me furious.
Go yourself.
This is infuriating so much. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting what's going on. And if you don't realize this, I'm not saying I'm not saying you guys do this. I'm just giving you an opinion of what I think would be a right thing to do right now if you understand. The right thing to do is follow this Steam creator right now. 212,511 at this very moment. I just refreshed. Follow this creator. Give them what you need to help out. Follow him. Follow this creator. Do it. This is pretty much sending a message in a way because numbers don't lie. When they see big numbers, they get scared. But if you want to actually help and do something, I'm not saying you have to. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. You do whatever you want. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just giving you an opinion what I would do. I would talk with your wallet. Don't support any of these games. Like I just did. I uninstalled a game that I had on that list. Dead by Daylight. And I'm never going to touch it again. I won't get any more DLC. I won't get anything else to support that company no more. If you realize it, take away all your ego. I know cognitive dissonance comes in, builds in, but take away all the things that you know, that you love. I know you probably love some of these games, but you need to stop. You need to stop doing it. Stop supporting these companies. It's really hard. It is really hard, guys. It really is. There are games on here I like to play with my friends, multiplayer games, but I know that the company is completely whack. They have horrible issues with the companies that are on here. Some of these are games I have on here I like to play with friends and, play around and have fun. But sometimes you need to put your foot down in the sand and say, no, I'm going to back away from this. I want gaming to be great. Gaming needs to be great again, but it's true. It needs to be better again. It needs to prosper in creativity, art, imagination. There was more imagination back then with games and all that. The only ones I see imagination and creativity is coming from the East with companies, mostly Japanese companies. It's really sad to see this happen, but it needs to be said. It really does. It has to be said. This is big. It might seem minor right now, but this is big. You're asking yourself, but I'm only one person. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you don't even have a following like I do or anyone else, all these content creators, even a normal person like you, or just, whatever, give this person a follow or do something to help out or do a little bit if you could. Social media, bring awareness on social media to people, about this. We don't want our history to be rewritten by these consultants and these people that think they know better than you. They know how you're supposed to think like this, not like this. You didn't give a F about what was going on. You just played because you loved the game. It didn't have this mentality where it's meant for everyone. No, a game meant for everyone is meant for no one. You can't please everyone. And these people are trying to please everyone but it's not working because it doesn't please anyone. You see games like Helldivers 2, Pal World, Rising, and these companies don't understand why, because it doesn't push any kind of political belief. It doesn't push any sex, race, or anything. It's just fun gameplay. You play with friends, have a good time, and that's it. You move on. And with awesome graphics, awesome little stories here and there, there's nothing to push. And then the video game industry is questioning, why is this doing so well when everything else with these AAA high budget, crazy high budget games like Spider-Man and this and Alan Wake not making their money back because they're super expensive? Because you need to go back to the basics of what worked before, but now it's not working no more. These movie high budget games are not working no more. I'm sorry if I'm ranting, but I'm just super furious, but also passionate, like Brutus, who made this page, about what is going on. I'm really passionate about it, guys. I'm giving you my opinion as well as, you know, what you could do, but you know, that is for your own time. I'm just saying, just like the Bud Light situation, people realized what was going on and they went on the bandwagon where they need to stop everything. We're not going to be supporting this no more. Look at this. Total video game character assassinated by feminist developers. Star Wars Outlaws 2024, the new Star Wars game by Ubisoft. They are taking all the beautiful models and turning them into chestless errands. This model is actually really pretty. That's a pretty model. And what is this cleft chin? Why are they making this? Like, this is disgusting. It looks horrible. The hair, everything. The model looks way more pretty. What is going on? This is what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen my Stellar Blade video where, you know, Eastern developers are making the models same as the character in the game. It's just copy and paste. But in the West, they don't understand copy and paste. They don't do this. They hire these models for no reason and then they just change the face. Like, it doesn't make no sense. It's purposely made to make them look ugly. It's purposely done to do that. It's sexist, if you think about it, especially for the females, and it's disgraceful. The models are actually probably upset why I look like that, you know? But they can't do anything because they get paid, and then they probably have to fill out some sort of disclaimer or something that they can't say anything, and that's it. This is what it is. This story is still continuing now, but it's going to continue even more. So yeah, this is insane. But what do you guys think overall about this whole situation with Sweet Baby Inc. exposing themselves and the gamers uniting, awakening, and people realizing what is actually going on in the gaming industry? Why is it so toxic? What is going on? It's not the gamers that are toxic. It's the people, these small minority people coming in, infiltrating it, and taking it over. And then you ask yourself, why is this game failing? Why is this studio laying off people? It could be because of this. But what do you guys think overall of this whole thing? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching this video. And I know it was a long one, but I had to say something. I had to talk about it, and the whole thing. It's a big one, so it is what it is, guys. I appreciate you guys watching this long, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.